Welcome to another episode of Mighty Car Mods.
Now we get heaps of feedback email.
And we got this email from Barry who says, "Dear Mighty Car Mods, I really love your show. I've learned heaps of stuff, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you guys get a really expensive car and go overseas and do a race? Because I think that'd be really cool." What do you think about that, Marty?
I'm out.
Well, problem with that, Barry, is that costs money and, well, we just got this email. There was no cash. But at Mighty Car Mods, we like helping people out. So check this out.
Hong Kong, a land of almost 7 million people. It is one of the most densely populated areas in the world. A land of contradictions. Everybody has an air conditioner, yet scaffolding is still made of bamboo and cable ties. And if there's one thing about Hong Kong, they love their signs, including my favourite. No black shoes, no carrying 2 handbags at once, no romantics or decapitated dogs, no chicken dancing, no weeing on someone else's poo, disposing of bras is permitted, but no skateboards, bikes, nunchucks or erections are allowed. Even every rock has its own unique registration sign, and you can always get ice in a hurry. Yes, Hong Kong is an exciting place, and today we're racing to the peak behind the city, a mountain that stretches 1,800 feet into the skyline above Hong Kong. Gavin, our foreign correspondent, will be taking the 40-cent tram, and I'll be in a local taxi. I reckon it's going to be faster to get to the peak, which is the mountain behind Hong Kong, in a taxi.
And I'm going to take the tram, so I'll see you at the top.
Yeah, see you there. Actually, Gav, have you got any money? We're racing from Hong Kong Central to the peak. Gav's going to be in the tram and I'm going to be in the taxi. And while the taxi has further to go, it has less stops than the tram and a higher top speed.
He's got no idea, he's never been before. The traffic is shocking in Hong Kong, especially on Saturdays. And public transport here is just so much easier to use.
Now, Gav reckons public transport's going to be the way, but my grandparents had a Crown when I was young, and these things wail, so I'm going to see him at the top.
The first thing to do is grab a cab, and in Hong Kong, that's too easy. Crown Comfort. The awesome thing about cabs in Hong Kong is the first 3 kilometres is capped, which means it only costs about $3 no matter how long it takes. Gav had to take to the streets in search of the city tram system, and he knew he was short on time.
I'm in the back of a cab in the middle of Hong Kong. It's a Toyota Crown. It has the power to beat the tram to the top of the peak. Gav has no chance.
This is where we're heading, the peak above Hong Kong, so high that it has its own climate.
Normally I'm all about German sports cars, but today I'll be travelling on this. Now you see, what Moog doesn't know is that it's Saturday and Hong Kong people love shopping on Saturdays. So, while I'm cruising on the tram tracks, he'll be sitting in traffic.
I'm stuck in traffic.
Yeah, we're moving pretty swiftly, I'm afraid, so I think you're in trouble.
We're moving again now. Yeah, you still got no chance, mate. We're on the move now. Not sure if my travel insurance covers hit up the back of a Toyota Crown taxi with a bus driven by a crazy woman who looks like a man with a beard.
Meanwhile, Gavin was on the boring tram.
The good news for me is that Moog has to stop at red lights, but us, we just go straight through. We'd be going a lot faster if we didn't stop every 200 metres.
Right, so I'm out of the city and climbing up the mountain road behind Hong Kong.
I'm only up to $17.40, and at our exchange rate, that's about $2.
Luckily, I didn't have an animal or a bird with me, because that's an extra $5.
I don't know where I am, except I'm on an incline, and considering we're heading to the peak, I'm heading up as we speak.
It was at this stage that the camera crew in the chase car started having trouble keeping up with my taxi. It seems the twistier the road got, the faster my cab went. And that's when I made my first mistake. As we left the last of the skyscrapers behind, I asked the driver if there was much drifting in China. Yes, I was in the only turbocharged Toyota Crown taxi in China, and the Peak Road was in sight.
Oh, here he goes. He's probably lost. Hey, where are you? What?
He's on the wrong tram.
Yeah, sucked in, dude.
We were both going well, but then Gavin jumped on the wrong tram and I hit a traffic jam. You see, the city trams can't handle the steep incline up the mountain. Gav's got to go and find the Peak tram. Meanwhile, I'm halfway up the mountain in the drift cab, and then things slowed down.
No, I'm stuck behind a truck. Yeah, and I'm stopping again now. I might have to get out and run, I think.
So I got out and started walking until I ran into this guy who took me to the top of the mountain in his homemade rickshaw. It really is beautiful up here, but there's still no sign of Gav anywhere. And every time I sat somewhere, this guy'd come and clean up after me. Then he explained he's a big Mighty Mods fan and he couldn't wait to see the next episode.
There is no sign of Gav anywhere. I've got a feeling he might be otherwise engaged. So Gavin should be coming out of this place, the Peak Tram, when he finally arrives, but I think he's going to be a little while because he just couldn't compete with the power of the Toyota Crown cab. The tram's just down there, but I can't see him. Maybe he's already here. Cab, where are you? Yeah, I'm at the Peak. Why? I thought we were racing up here. Ridiculous. Yeah, I'll come and find you. Well, I beat him to the Peak, at least.
Now, remember when I said this?
He's on the wrong tram.
Well, Gavin blew his travel budget and went and bought an ice cream. Then he pretended to board the Peak tram, but our second unit camera crew caught him actually walking away from the tram. Well, he was off to spend the last of his competition money on a few laps on Maximum Tune in the local arcade. So there you have it. If you're in Hong Kong looking for something to do, you can get the Peak tram up the mountain, or you could sit and play Maximum Tune all day. Or if you hear a strange sound reverberating throughout the streets of Hong Kong and you put your thumb out, you might just score a ride in the Chinese drift cab.